Welcome back. Now what we need to do is that we need to work on the quantity. For example, if the user wants to buy 2 or 3 or more pizzas, then they must change this number. But of course, after they change this number, we need to activate or multiply this by 1 pizza so that we get the total amount. So here the user will be able to set the number of meals number of pizzas they want to buy, and then after they click on edit, then the amount will be calculated. The subtotal will be calculated, and the total will be calculated. So let's head on over to the project to work on it. To work on this, we need to add another else if. So we need to say else if, and then here we need to say is set, and then post, and then edit button, or edit, let's say edit quantity button, and we need to work on that button. Remember here, for that edit button, we have here we have this edit button. So for this edit button, first we need to give it a name. We need to say name, and the name is going to be edit underscore quantity underscore btn. And this form, we need to give it two things. We need to give it method and action. The method is post. The action is the same page, which is cart.php. However, we need to pass with us again we need to pass with us the product ID. So I'm going to here say input hidden, and then name is product ID, name product underscore ID, and value. The value is the product ID, which is php echo, and then we echo the value product ID, product ID. And we need also to pass with us the quantity. To do this, we need here for this number, we need to give it also a name. We need to say here name, and the name is going to be equal to product underscore quantity, and the value is the value. We need to work on the logic. So here, remember, we have this else if. In this else if, the first thing that we need to do is that we need to access the product ID. So I'm going to say here product ID is equal to post product ID, and then what we want to do is that we want to get also the product quantity. So I'm going to say product quantity, which is obviously going to be equal to post product quantity, and then we just need to we just want to access the product from the session. So we need to say here session, we need to get the product from the session, and to get the product from the session we need to say session cart, and then we need to get that specific product. So I'm going to say here product, I'm going to say session cart, and then I'm going to access that product using its ID, which is the product ID, and then I'm going to store it in a variable called product. So this is the product that we want to update. Product is equal to cart product ID. This is going to return the product from the cart. Now what we want to do is that we want to access the quantity field. Remember, this product is an array with key value pairs, where each key represents something. Each key could represents product name. We have the product name, for example. We have the product name, and then here the name, for example, table. We have also the product quantity, which is a number, for example 6. So we need to access this product quantity. We need to access the product quantity of that array. So to do this, we need to say here product, and then product quantity, quantity. And then we need to update that product quantity. So to update that product quantity, we store the new quantity, which is the product quantity that we got from the user. So I'm going to say here, product quantity. So again, let me explain this. We get the product ID, we get the product quantity, we access the product that has been stored in the session, and then we access the quantity, the old quantity, and then we store the new quantity into the old one. So the old one will be removed and the new one will be stored in place of the old one. And finally, we put the product back into the session. So we say session cart product ID product. That's it. That's it. We are now good. So let me now test. In order to test, we need to set a number, for example, this number, and then I'm going to click on edit. So if I click on edit, as you can see, the total now is 151 because 4 pizzas would cost $151.